Hello, this is Studmuffin 1986. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing just a quick topic on your team and all you can basically do. And that's the thing is I'm purposely not really showing usernames and anything. I'm not trying to bag on any of my own teammates or the people I was playing with, nothing like that. It's just the dynamics and the mechanics of how World of Tanks Blitz, when you can really give it all sometimes, and sometimes you just really can't pull it through and cross the finish line. This is a game that really does heavily depend on a team. And sometimes you don't really have a team. And I love the new matchmaking that they had come out with this 6.2 update, where they're going to be removing a lot of these players, putting them in their own little boot camp battles, and more like players that are actually trying and contributing and like wanting to actually play the game are going to be in the normal battles. That is awesome. I really do love that. I think we'll be able to see a little bit more of the change and dynamic in the games and play styles. So I'm here, I'm like trying to help my team. I'm a light tank. I'm not a heavy tank to really be on the front lines with these things, trying to get some side shots. And my team in this one just really has a hard time. And I've got 3 replays here across all 3 of these. These were exactly 3 games. I had one right after the other. It was like at the point where I was like, okay, I just need a break. This is just not working, or maybe just switch it up, go to a different tier. It just happens. It happens to us all. I'm not necessarily saying what I do is perfect. I do make my own mistakes through these replays. It's even funny because even sometimes when I go back through and watch these things, it doesn't dawn on you for some reason while you're playing the game. You kind of go into this duh mode when you play, and just the adrenaline's there. And sometimes when you look back, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? And it's okay. I mean, we can learn from our mistakes. But yeah, these were 3 games where I had multiple people do 0 damage. And it's fine because you're not always going to be set with perfect teams. But when it's 3 games in a row, I mean, sometimes it's even more. I've even had up to 9-10 games, and I'm like, okay, I've got to switch tiers or something, and it just gets frustrating, and I get it. So but yeah, there's really only so much you can do, and the teams that you're put on, there's only so much you can do. And I saw a comment earlier on a game where somebody was mentioning that really it's not so much skill that determines the win of a game. Matchmaker determines the who wins the game. And in a way, I mean, I can see that. But as long as we're obviously doing our part. So here's the second battle just going into. After the first one, I just get done thinking okay, that was a little rough. And even toward the end there, when you're still alive and you just start seeing the numbers of your teammates just drop like flies, just so fast. And that team on that one side, how they just swarm. You just have this realization just come over to you oh crap, there really is nothing I can do here. Thank goodness I'm either in a fast tank or I just need to get the heck out of here. It kind of just turns into this survival retreat mode or something. And yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot I could do there. My team, I was hoping they would have been able to hold that line. I could have flank, got more shots off the enemies as they were trying to cross over. Some of the things I could have done better there, maybe aim for some of the tracks, keeping them stopped so that my teammates could get more shots. And so here I am on this map. I'm trying to flank. I ended up blocking that IS-4. I was a real butt for doing that. It was my fault because I wasn't paying attention. He was totally in the clear. So, but I mean, on all 3 of these, I'm playing this bat chat. in a light tank, I've got to use my speed, my maneuverability, my view range. I cannot put myself in positions where I have to rely on my armor. Like that E100 just turning to look over at me, I had to get out of there. I definitely did not want to be hit by him. So, and I didn't have like a lot of luck here with getting some of these shots on. But, I'm trying to pay attention to my team. There's more enemies over there on that side. And I'm trying to pay attention. I'm looking at the map, trying to see how I can support my team. I've got this E100 here. I'm just trying to eliminate, help my teammates, put them in a bad position, just a bad spot. And just really trying to do what I can to help my team here, but in a way that I can just be like this utter nuisance. So, yeah, E100 is just a big focus. He's really pushing hard. He's really getting aggressive on the team. 1-1. I'm in this moment. I'm thinking, okay, we have hope. We just dropped another one, and I'm thinking like, okay, I mean, maybe we can still do this. I still see our IS-4 is pretty healthy. Let me try to come over here and pop this E100 and get rid of him. I've got some teammates over here losing lives. And I just start seeing like, man, they've got quite a push over there. I need to really zoom in and see how I can help. Now it's 2-3. And as the numbers start dwindling of your teammates, you kind of start, losing more and more hope, and the eyes widen. And you just kind of wonder like, shoot, are we going to be able to do this? So this was good. I mean, like right when I get done killing one, like we lost one. I'm like, no, shoot. And I'm a little far here. I was trying to get like some more shots here, and I just started really realizing like, shoot, I got to get in there. I'm not really going to be able to help much of my team. They're starting to disappear, and I start realizing at this point, crap, I probably look like the guy that just sat back here and didn't do anything. The whole team has every right to start calling me names. Noob, what are you doing? And so I tried to do what I could from the position. I thought it was a good position, but maybe it wasn't. I guess I could have been in a better spot to really help my team win this. And so I'm just trying to, zoom around the map, get maybe some to go to cap, being they realize they've got a bat chat, a pretty fast tank they're against. Try to disorient him a little bit, see if I can sneak up on some tanks, and see if I can just bring home a win here for our team and just help us out. And this one actually kind of surprised me because I detected this guy and he really came up on me, and I was like, whoa, okay, nice, better get a shot here. Was able to finish him off. And I'm thinking, okay, just 3 more tanks. This definitely was a bad move. Poked myself out a little too far when I was detected. And so, trying to just keep myself maneuverable, moving around the map. Not a lot of comments popping on the screen, even wondering, if anyone's watching from my team. And yeah, I mean, I think my team really did a good job here. They were trying to push. I think they were trying to apply pressure. A lot of them went that same direction. And this was a huge mistake by me. This was one of these moments I was talking about where I should have capped C. And I was, for some reason, in the gameplay mode, because I've got both modes on, Supremacy and the regular battles, the Supremacy just totally left my mind. And I didn't even cap C. And this guy that says like, what are you doing? More like, you know what, I totally get it. Like, he had every right to call me that, because that was probably one of the biggest things on me choking up the game right here for our team. And when that adrenaline's going, it's just hard to be in that state of mind that you need to be in to win sometimes. So trying to get rid of the E100, and then I see this guy and I'm like, that is the one guy I definitely did not want to come across and run into. I was hoping to see if I could try to get the WT, and it just didn't work out that way. So just got wasted again. After the second loss here, I'm thinking, okay, maybe one more game here in tier 10, and if it just doesn't pan out, my recommendation is just either switch tiers, or just turn it off and just come back later, as it can get pretty frustrating. And like I said, this game is a team effort game. Everyone has to do their part, and you can't always win. There's no matter how good of a player you are, you're never going to have 100% win rate. It's just how it is, and it's okay. And sometimes I think we can get hung up a lot on win rate and average damage, and we can easily lose focus on being able to have fun with the game. I know different points I just get so focused on that, and it really just messes things up, I think, a little bit for me. But yeah, I'm here. This was still a very, very new map for me. I think this was the second time. This is actually the second game I've actually ever been on this map. So I tried going up to the center to get some eyes for my team to help them out. I detect the enemy. I start backing off. We detect more of the enemies. We're down 1 tank right now. We're down 2 tanks, and I'm thinking oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. We are absolutely going to just lose this. And as you pay attention to some of your teammates, and you start wondering, what they're doing, where they are, what's going on, and you start seeing, oh shoot, I've got some of these other teammates, and they're not in very good positions. And it can make it a little difficult, because the thing is going back to making sure that you fulfill your, when you fulfill your role, it's going to help other tanks fulfill their roles. And what I mean by that is, when you're a light tank and you're doing your job, and you're going up at the beginning, you're trying to get eyes on the enemies, your heavy tanks and your tank destroyers are going to then know how to do their job. They're going to know how to position themselves. The heavy tanks, being much slower, are going to know a little bit more direction on where to go to engage the enemy. And it's not always the case. I mean, there are obviously those players. But if we can help do our part, at least, it's definitely going to help increase those chances in the game of winning. And like a heavy tank, if you're a heavy tank, you're trying to side scrape, you're trying to apply pressure, trying to go where the enemy is, trying to be able to use those strong points of your armor. And as a tank destroyer, you're trying to figure out where you need to go best to support your team. And I don't necessarily mean camp in the back of the map the whole time. There's a big difference between camping and supporting. And when you can put yourself in a position to support and move with your team, it definitely helps out a lot. So at this point, third game, I'm thinking, yeah, there's definitely no hope here. The team just kind of fell apart. I'm feeling like a failure here. I see this bat chat. He's got more health than me, and I'm just I'm basically done here. I don't think I could really do much unless I get rid of this bat chat, or if I can somehow get myself in a position where I'm only against the tank destroyers or heavies. It's a loss. So anyway, a lot of rambling here. Hope you enjoyed. Stud Muffin 1986 here. Stay cool, guys, and keep tanking.